Okay. Picker wheel says system shock. Well, it's good that it did, because that's what we're doing. Okay. How are you doing today, Destron? Do I want to go down there? There's something down there, but I don't know if you can get rid of, like... Like, if that really cleans up the... It looks broken, doesn't it? Yeah, it's broken. I'm a little scared of what's down there. Okay.
Crazy!
Thank you, Ed.
That's all I got to say.
For the subscribe. A little indecisive if I want to just fall down there. We'll quick save. We'll switch! Wait, I have a thing for this. A recycler. Wait, I still have time. Hold on. This is what we're gonna do. I think. Oh, Jesus. Okay, something like this. Okay. Oh my god, I'm bouncing off the walls. Okay. Close it, close it, close it. Oh, right. That won't go in there. Right. Okay. I could have handled this a little better, but that's alright. We have tons of these. Did I need to come in here? Oh. Oh, good. What strange birds these are? You think Shodan made these? Okay. Burps. There's something like that. Yeah. It's, So there's stuff in there. Yeah, from what I'm gathering here, it looks like we could have went around a different way instead of going straight through that other stuff. Maybe. Ooh, what's this? What do we got?
Nothing we've been sending has been received. Everything sent to Earth, to friends, family, all of it has been blocked by Shogun. And the messages they did make, they were altered. Nothing to report, they said. God. No one. No one has come and helped us.
We did not have to do that the way we did it. Nope, not even at all. We just took extra damage for no reason. Why am I so low on health? What's this?
A flag bay 4 service bridge has blown several fuses again. I've set up a temporary relay system in the bay's control room to test which bridge mechanism is causing the overload. It looks like the switches are now causing bridge sections to extend out and retract in, almost randomly. not ideal. It'll have to do until we get new fuses.
We don't need that one. Okay, interesting. There you go. Wow. Solved it. Perhaps unintentionally, but I did. What do you got for me, buddy? Did I go in these bathrooms? I swear, one of these is gonna have a body in it. I know it. It's gonna happen. Oh yeah. Let's go back in. Pretty sure I just heard something behind me. Oh, it was, So we're gonna have to get up there a different way. Yeah, that one door. Okay. Right. So, I think this door here should be the one I need. Oh. Nope, nope, nope. Ah, poop. Okay, so we were here, and Shodan was all happy about it, said, haha, I got you, blah, 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 evil, 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 stuff like that. I'm sorry, there was a weapon upgrade there? Oh, we're going back. How did I miss that? Well, it says there is? Oh, it's above me. That is above me is where it's at. Okay, I get it, I get it. We're gonna have to find a way in there. That's a super important puzzle to solve. Leave no loot behind. No, absolutely not. Nice. What's this? I cannot change this. Oh, we might as well give it a try. Okay, so what I'm gonna need is this one. Okay. What's this? Just a gun? I already have the energy shield. Well, I don't use it because I don't have the energy for it. Honestly, I do. I just need to actually use it. But... Oh. Oh boy, a proximity mine. What could go wrong? Okay. Right. So, looks like nothing too much here. Okay. No secrets, no goodies. Alright. What a strange place that was. Saying there's... So... Yeah, that one's just a gun. Give it money, you get a gun. Not an upgrade, but a... I think? Hold on, let me go back there. Maybe it is an upgrade. I've been passing those up, and I'm wondering if maybe I've just been being stupid. Oh, it would be the damage toolkit for that gun. So yeah, I think I might have skipped a few of those because I think I've seen that before. Do I care for it though? Probably not worth it, honestly. Because like, I don't use it that often now. I have the pistol rounds. I feel like it's a great weapon early, but then it falls off pretty hard. Aha! Okay, buddy. We'll take 3 rounds. If we're lucky, this might lead us around to that bridge. Whoop. They, really befall that trick quite easily, don't they? Have I been in here? Well, I doubt it, because they're still scanning and doing awful things. Aha! We're here. Okay. So... 2 ways to go. No! I ran out of energy. That just suddenly stopped me, too. Alright, turn that off, because that's actually a hindrance when you run out of energy. Wow, that would have been a nice upgrade had I not already had that. So just kind of like secrets. But there's no way to turn this on? Maybe there's another way around. Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm wondering if there's another way into that. Nice try, Shodan. Kind of just get used to her the second she decides she's gonna open her big mouth. She's trying to kill you. Okay. I think she'd, you know, learn to not do that. Whoa! I'm gonna zap myself. This is gonna be tough because he's blocking the area. I don't know if that's helping. Maybe we'll go around. Well, I've been here. Just dancing, buddy? Yeah, I've definitely been in here. I didn't fully explore that either. Boy, they're just handing out med kits anymore, aren't they? Well, maybe in this area.
Travers took a shot from me. Nothing. He's dead. Except God, for Christ's sake. We can't trust the public. Who can we trust?
Oh. Yeah. Travers was a hero. Yeah, I don't... It's hard to say if he meant to take it or if he just happened to take it because, you know. Of course he did. Manually locked. Oh, thank goodness. Mine. No. Now. We can get more healing items. There's the thing. You know what's weird, though? I don't really take the respawn all that well anyway, so... Like, I usually reset. You don't want to abuse the respawn. I think it takes money if you take... Oh. Hey, there's something. Maybe I can put some things away. Or not. You know, that's a thing. I mean, if I put the shotgun away and use this... Because I kind of already have a kinetic weapon now, so I could switch to this, right? Like, I could switch this out. Shotgun goes in. These come out. It's like a kinetic weapon. We can put nothing in because I don't have the space for it. The whole point was to make space, but I don't have it. Okay. What am I gonna do? I mean, I could get rid of this. It being, like, more shots before it overheats is whatever. You know what? It's honestly this. I'm never going to use this. It's nice, but it takes energy, and I'm already hemorrhaging energy, so... I really think that's one of the better guns. I mean, if you look at the damage of this, the shotgun is that. This has that damage. Like, as a melee. 90 for the quick one. The quick slap is 90 damage. Why do I still have this guy's head in my backpack? It's a little weird. Like, if I take this and throw it out, right? Just go, bleh. Right? And now I have room. Because I can keep this as a melee weapon. And then I can put the shotgun rounds in here. Are these assault rifle rounds? No. It's a good luck charm, maybe. Assault rifle ammo again. I'm just gonna toss it. I'm sure the assault rifle is perfectly good. Also, you have Berserk, which is melee attack speed and melee damage. I don't know if that counts for this. The damage type is energy. I wonder what this one says if you pick it up. What does it say? Physical. It just says melee damage, and this is melee, so... Let's see if we can reorder this in a way that makes sense. So there's the weapons. I can have these 4. My shotgun's away for now. I should have recycled these when I had the chance. I didn't even notice them in there. I do have a lot of slots down here I need to make work, but I guess we'll just leave these here. Okay. So... I mean, I could put this away instead of the shotgun. And then I would have that going on. But do I have 2 ammo types for this? I don't think I do. I only have the osmium rounds. Oh, wow. I had 20 of those sitting in my pack, not stacking them. I have a lot of rounds for this right now, so hopefully I can get use out of it. Well, there's some nastiness over there. Isn't there a thing for that? I don't remember if that was radiation. I'm gonna need health. We're using it. We're gonna try it. There you go. If you had any question of the damage it could do. It just straight up one-shotted that. Thing had health and then it didn't. It's great. It's just a problem when you make something explode. What's that? Damaged sidearm. Just vaporize it. What, she can't solve this? Okay. Let me pull the pistol out. It uses less space of my screen, I think. So, this is going that way. It's going to here. That's going to there. It's like that. Oh, there we go. Solved it. Really? You're gonna make me do 2 in a row? 3 in a row? Okay. Fine. You can do that. Oh, see, we're gonna need it to go here. There you go. Oh, wait. No, it can't go there. So we need it to go here, around. No, that's not gonna work either. So we'll have to go down, through. Okay. There you go. Now it's solved. Neat. I got an achievement called Hacking Skills. How nice. So, we need to get to this one, right? What's my way in? So, this one can go one of 4 ways. That's fine. We could do this, and then this can go to here. But it goes to here, so I can either go up, which wouldn't make any sense. Like, you could do this to go over to here, but then it would go down. Because that doesn't make sense, so don't do that. We're going to have to go down in a weird way. No, we can't do that. Because there's only 2 ways to go. We can go down, which will lead to here, which instantly gets bricked. Or we go up. So we have to go up. No question. Then you have this. And that can do this. Cool. This can send it up here, but that's not any good. We can send it down. That doesn't do any good. Interesting. Oh, I see what my flaw here is. You go back this way. You go down, down, down. Here. This just has a throughput, so you go to here. You're gonna go down because you obviously have to. So you're going here. This one's neat. I like this one. And we're done. Wow. Okay, cool. Me messing around at the start solved it.
I'm afraid
Oh!
it's too late to save your friends.
Here. Ouch! Oh, I'm dead. Okay. Well, that was brutal. I messed up my start there. I know exactly what I need to do. And this is one of them. This is another one.
I'm afraid it's too late to save your friends.
That missed. All right.
All her plans failed. Shodan will upload herself to Earth's ComNet. You have to stop her. You have to stop her. Oh, dear God, no!
Well, that was in fact a boss fight that I killed very quickly, but the boss also could delete me very quickly, so, you know. Well, now we know she has a lot of backup plans, so we gotta stop a lot of them. Easy, yeah. Only 4 swings when you use this baby. I'm glad I couldn't help myself. I knew it was strong. This is always what happens, is these melee weapons are just absurd. It's just a problem of, well, you gotta get close. And that is a weakness of melee. Okay, time to munch down on some food. Didn't really want that, but sure. I mean, they're dead, so I might as well eat their food. I like how I've just resorted to vaporizing everything. A fire extinguisher, that could be useful. Vaporized. Okay. A manual reset is required. Okay. I just don't want to head the right way, if that makes sense. Okay. That guy in a corner. Oh, he has a token. How nice. Don't worry, buddy. I'll take it to the arcade for you. There you go. If you had the room, this is the point that I could use the assault rifle. Kinetic Incendiary, 24 damage. Cool. I don't have space for it. There's even an upgrade for it. Oh, that's a grenade launcher. Which, again, I left that behind, too, because you could just throw them by hand. Yeah, I'm not taking it. I don't have room for it. I have weapons I'm happy with. I mean, honestly, I have the Magnum that seems to have better damage throughput per bullet. The only value you get is, what that did. Value of the assault rifle is DPS. That's it. Already activated. Well, that'd have been nice if it mattered, but it doesn't. Okay, I have a feeling that button be-booped this door open, and it did. Well, sorry, lady. I guess I didn't make it in time, which doesn't surprise me, honestly. That's, like, par for the course. What? It looks sturdy. Yeah. Sure does. What? Wait, what? Um... Am I stuck? Where's the button? Oh, that door. Okay. That's cool. So I wonder if I have to pull all these switches correctly. Because he says they're seemingly at random. And yes, I made it where it works. But I wonder if it makes the bridge if you get all of them out. He had them all pulled down and there was nothing. So let's go check that. I should probably turn that off for now. Save all the energy I can. Let's see. No, that didn't seem to be the trick here. I think that was the way I had it set up. I wonder how you activate that platform. Well, it's not that. When I went through here and solved those puzzles, we'll put in quotation marks, puzzles. I'm a little tired. No dancing while I'm not looking. That's not okay. Right there is the elevator. Oh, yeah? Are you ready to scan these bullets? Uh-huh. There's cyberspace. Guess we can take care of that.
Trioptimum's forces are dead, and Diego has been illuminated
To my true nature.
He has relinquished the last of the station's encrypted files and defenses. His cynical contempt for mankind pleases me. He has created a virus
That he sought to conceal.
It has potential, but could be so much more. I will alter it, improve it.
Where Diego sought to profit from death, I shall usher in new life.
Okay. Of course he was in it for the money. That said Flight Bay 2 door unlocked. Okay. Wait, I wonder what was the other way. Ah, poop. Okay, well, hopefully there wasn't anything important that way. Wait. Oh. Oops. I didn't even know you could affect that. I thought I thought that was automated. What? It does that sometimes. Let's go in here. It turns out it was not automated. Hello? Uh-oh. Oh my god, there's way more than I thought! Okay. I have a question. Is this disorienting to you guys when I'm just fighting in cyberspace? Because I feel that sometimes I even get a little bit flipped upside down on where I was originally facing. But I can only imagine it's like even worse when you're not the one behind the wheel. Like, do I even have to fight them now? Could I just leave? Okay! Hey! Sometimes it's just better to leave. Why fight it? Enjoy your cyberspace. I got what I wanted. Well, someone didn't get the memo.
Cyborg 65V. You are directed with keeping Beta Grove on the executive level, safe from outside interference. None of the lucky
Subjects in the grove may leave.
and no one may enter.
While my experiments continue.
Okay. Shotgun if you needed it. So that's ammo for... Well, I can put those away. We'll return to the shotgun. It's kind of a lot of credits to give up for that. Actually, we're down to 163, so that's not great. Then again, I do have some credits sitting on my person, so I probably should just stop buying stupid things. You love cyberspace? Oh. There you go. Oh, there's another Magnum.
Saturn is so beautiful from here. I wish I'd spent more time just looking at it. Caitlin, my daughter, if this ever finds you, you'll think that you were right after all. I should have never accepted this assignment. Don't lose hope in your own research. I'm sure that one day we will be traveling to the stars.
12 credits just for that. Okay.
Oscar, wipe and break everything. No traces of anything can be found. The only problem we have is Showdown. That AI logs everything in an encrypted database that is beyond even my clearance level. I picked up a hacker to help us gain access. With control of Showdown, we will also own the robots and other systems on the station. They will be our shield.
I see. I see. They were hoping after what I did, machines would do it. I wonder if their plan was to wake me up that I would take care of it after, you know, everything went bad. Very, very bad. We're going to go scrap some things. Ooh, man. I wonder if that one's worth it. We'll lose out on... You know what? That's not a big deal. 52 coins. Let's see it. Lovely. All right, now we're talking. And that's good because that just kind of clears up any space issues that I had just created. And I can buy some upgrades if it ever comes to it. I'm gonna have to look at that other bridge and figure out that puzzle. So there's still a few areas I need to explore that are kind of split. There's the one corrupted area. But I think it was a... Ow! Okay, apparently he saw me. Ah, he was all the way up there. I thought he was, but I didn't think he'd see me down here. Don't do it! That was very specific.
That's it.
Thank
That's
you,
all I got
Death,
to
for the
say.
subscribe. Thank you, sir. How are you doing today? Just empty it. And drop it. It's always interesting when a game has the option where picking something up is not immediately always the answer. Like having the guns being like, do you really need to pick it up? Okay, there's something in the ship. And I wonder if this is the escape ship.
A group of security bots are patrolling the access corridors around Flight Bay 4. What are they guarding?
Okay. So I'm guessing this is my escape plan. Should the opportunity arise that I need to get out of here. Okay, so I was in that area but didn't explore the area? What? I know it really doesn't matter, but I just want the map marked off just in case. So down there, yeah, I haven't been into this room yet. So I should get over there and take care of that. And there, 2 areas. I gotta check out this area, but I think that's biological, which means I should be able to turn on the one protector for it. Okay, which is my quickest way. Yeah, there's this zone here. We went through all these. We didn't need that upgrade. I don't know what this one is, and yeah, that one was for a gun that I didn't care. Like, upgrading it wasn't worth it because I didn't know if it would make it bigger, and I really don't need it to do that. Oh. Yeah, this is not the way into there. This is where, yeah, we stole all the good stuff. And this is just to overlook the bay. Okay, I was in the other area. Okay. I'm starting to kind of get it. Let me check this elevator. Where does it let me go? To the executive lounge. I bet that one would still work. Yep. I remember we fought to here. But then I got pushed out. Glad you're doing good, Death. I was gonna play, some Street Fighter 6, but their servers are struggling a little bit with the sheer amount of people, you know, downloading it. So we'll deal with that tomorrow. Ooh, I will take that.
We gotta get to the life pods on the flight deck. They get overrun here. Where did you come from? Damn it! It's like they just appeared out of nowhere.
Oh, another puzzle. I'm fine with that. It looks like to get to that one, we're gonna have to go through this way, right? Oh, that one has no coverage. So we're gonna have to go this way. Done. Wait, didn't I solve this one already? They both do the same thing. I don't know if I want to go there. Yet. I will be checking it, of course, but... Vaporize, take it. Oh, that ammo it's marking is ammo I dropped. Okay, nothing of substantial value is here. Okay. Oh, what's this?
Hey, Al, get someone on first aid kit replacements in the Flight Bay 2 and 3 life pods. The old ones need to be thrown out. Also, have them run a diagnostic on the jettison controls. For a 1 in a million chance something happens, we should be able to at least leave the station.
Okay. Oh, we need life pod key codes, huh? Which we don't have.
Non-emergency. Life pods disabled.
Ah, we couldn't leave even if we wanted to. Yeah, join Asia servers and just section off their internet. Well, I'm guessing it's unlocked for them, yeah. It would be. But I wonder if they're getting slammed just as hard. Oh yeah, I can put these away. We have tons of shotgun rounds. Honestly, I should be using this gun again. Because, like, I have it, I'm not actually using it. And I should be. I like how the shotgun's put diagonally to fit in there. That's pretty funny. I don't really need either. Actually, I could take 2 of those. That's alright. If we get lower, then we'll deal with it. Yeah, we don't need to spend the supplies right now, I don't think. Will I remember to come back here? Probably not. There's only 2 anyway. Fine. Okay. Oh, Jesus! Let me out! I don't really have an answer to radiation poisoning outside of just take it, you know? That's my best case scenario here. Just take it. It's only 32, so it could be worse. Pick it up. Oh, this is where the energy is? That sucks. Where the other one is. Really beat up and I see it, but... I don't see anymore? Yeah, we need to back out. That hurts. Not a ton, though, because you can just do this once you get your radiation a little low. Ugh. Fucking jam a needle. Ugh. What was in here? Nothing. So, only 1 node on this area? I'm curious about something, though. Is there any chance in hell that you can make this jump if you have boots, too? Ooh, okay. Restore energy to max is nice. So what is that one for? Oh, for the assault. Wow. Oh, hey, look, energy. If only I had thought to try that. I would have made things so much easier for myself. Well, assault rifle ain't it. I just don't see the value in it because assault rifle is going to be so expensive. It might be good later, but it's so much to commit to early. It might be one of those things in, like, later. Because it was kind of, well, I was going to say it's kind of similar to System Shock 2, but System Shock 2, you have, like, a kind of, you actually upgrade your character to be specified in certain things. Like, you could be more inclined to, hacking, more inclined for kinetic weapons or energy weapons. There's exotic weapons, but I remember that one being really weird because you didn't get a lot of exotic weapons until late. And there was only one that was really any good, and of course it was the sword, if I recall. It was basically this, laser sword we have now. If I recall in 2, that was, like, the one reason you went exotic. Okay, so we went through here. There was a node. That's still lit up a little bit. That's weird. Maybe we should check that again. Okay, not a big deal. Not seeing any other nodes, though. That's so weird if it's only the one. Am I just being blind, or... Yeah, I just don't, Yes, I am taking an excessive amount of damage for no reason. No, it's not a problem. Fixed it. Okay, so... What? I can't move. That was weird. I don't know what happened. But the game was just like, oh yeah, you think you're funny? Okay, so we checked here. The 2 life pods. Are we pretty much done here? It didn't mark the one elevator. Oh no, it did. It did, because that's the secret one. Let's go try this area. This should be deactivated.
Power diverted to level R.
Okay, so we still have to figure that out, which was what we were looking for. But I guess we're done here? For now? Light Bay 4. Which is weird. We've been in there. We've handled that. Yeah, I guess we're done here. Okay. Alright. Is there anything in storage? I think storage was done too, so we have to go back to maintenance. I thought maybe I was missing something in these other areas, but I guess not. Oh yeah, I forgot I picked this up. Oh, I forgot to put those away. Looks like it's right there anyway, so it's... Wait, did we even get everything? Like, I feel that we were missing a lot of stuff in that other bay. Well, these ones stayed on the floor. The other ones did not. We're gonna have so many shotgun rounds when we finally get back to it. The thing is, I'm still not using this, and I should be. Let me just equip it. That'll make me use it. Purposefully. Is there a way to, like, check the status of each floor? Security nodes. Flight deck. Security level is 4, no nodes. Maintenance has 3 nodes. Research is done. So maintenance, yeah. I missed something on the flight deck. But it's not a node. We're going back. Okay, let me take a look. What could I be missing that's a security thing? Oh, it was up that corner. I never did go up there. Okay, yeah. That's where I need to be. I know where it is. Yeah. Yeah, we need a way up there. How would one get up there? It's a good question, because there was an enemy up there. Interesting indeed. There's no platforms here. But I don't think I see any rooms, like, joining to this. Interesting. Oh, well, that was weird. Not functional. Not even a you got it just doesn't work. So let's see. I don't think this was the intentional way. This is the way we got up. What? That was not what I was expecting. Pretty sure that's just the secret to be like, hey, you made it up here. Way to go, idiot. Hmm. So, there was this area here I went to that seemed to end abruptly. That almost seems like the thing that would lead me up there. Let's look at the map. So, there could be... Let's just go this way. No scanners, nothing like that. That was weird. Okay, so that's marked off. So we know it's not here. So there must be a camera or two somewhere. We need to find them. At least to get all the security nodes. But it's not marked anywhere. That's the weird thing. through this way again? Huh. Okay, just making sure there wasn't anything there I missed. Let me know if you guys hear any boops from a camera. Wait a minute. Did I go through this door? I did. So it's just kind of saying there. Okay. Right, so it's not in this weird place. Where would Shodan put a camera? That's a real puzzle. They're usually not, like, tucked away in anywhere weird. Okay, we don't want to go through that way because that's just how you eat all kinds of lovely radiation and crap you don't want. Okay. I thought maybe it was here because it, didn't have anything marked, but not the case. Huh. I'm actually stumped where that could be. I'm missing one camera, that's it. Think there's anything up there? Not seeing anything. Right, okay, so we're back here again. Missing one defensive thing. So we've checked the outskirts of the map. We even found a super secret. Very strange. Very strange. I figure it has to be in here somewhere, or it's in here. But I kind of looked through all this area. I didn't see anything. Guess we'll do it again. I don't even know why you would blow him up like that, but... Nothing there. Huh. You shoot them because they die. Well, I mean, that's actually something you can do. 0. Oh, is that saying how many are left? Okay, yeah. Okay, it's not here. Wow, I'm doing that thing again where you have to... I have no idea. You would think it'd be somewhere here. But it is not. Okay. Well. So strange. There's no other cameras. There's even one there. Huh. Okay. Well, tell you what we will do. Maybe we shouldn't leave and just look up. What we'll do is we'll come back later. We'll come back later for that one. I'm tired of looking for now, so we'll come back at a different time. So this one's mostly figured out. It's just we need to figure out the puzzle of destroying things. But there's something here in maintenance that we need to do. But there's also something we need to do down in the reactor. I just don't know what that is. Either. Well, that one we were in. Relay analyzer. Okay. That was why we left. We didn't have anything for that. I used the code 343. I remember using that one. Guess we'll just keep our loot thing on and hope we find something. Well, there's the guy whose head we stole forever ago. I can't believe there's not a switch to open that up.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Yeah, they all say that. And I thought there was going to be a way to, like, set that up, but... I don't know why they'd have you go all the way around and then not have a door you can just force open. Seems weird. That's making me think I missed something. Don't touch that one. It always zaps you when you do. Although there's people in there too. Beta maintenance, central. That's the gun I threw on the ground. See, this one says you need less security, but when we look at the status of the maintenance level, we're so close, but yet not there. So apparently we missed something. Where could that be? I would assume it's this code, but I don't have a code. I didn't get one. Unless it was something in another floor that mattered, but it doesn't, like, mark codes either. These are emails, not important. It's saying there's 90 total things I found. Interesting. So no codes. Wait, what was that one? Insecurity? That's weird. It's saying it's insecurity. Wait, Groves under the executive. So A, B, and D. And then C is marked off. So I'm guessing C is... Laser is charging, life pod's disabled, shield is online, reactor is nominal. So we want to get the reactor, destabilized.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
This is where we found all those chips that we brought out with us. But nothing to do with them. I'm surprised we haven't gotten a better flashlight. They kind of just, like, left us struggling. This door's open, which is nice because that's a shortcut to the beta area. Not that I get much out of it, but... Okay, so we walked up here, too. Well, didn't this just get us around to the beta area? I think it did. It just dropped us in. Yeah, it just drops you in here. Which is weird and unnecessary, but it's there. If we go here...
Power diverted to level R.
So... Yeah, that always zaps you if you try to use it. I guess we gotta go back to the reactor, because I have nothing else I can do at this point. Okay. This is definitely a puzzle. That lady's up there.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Ammo maintenance. Wait a minute. We were definitely up here. Nothing of value up here either. I find all the secrets, but I'm missing the obvious story thing. Not a good time. I guess we'll take the ladder. Your chair's not looking too good, buddy. Never mind. I was thinking you could find, like, a spot to just... I wonder if they want you to shoot something? Like, well, it'd have to be in the room. Okay. Go to the elevators. We gotta figure out... Because the reason I came up here, like I said, it was all for the reactor piece. Now, research, I don't think we had any issues there that we needed to figure out. There was something way back on the first floor that I really want to figure out. And it's the code to that one door. But I think that would just be weapons, so... It might have been an upgrade for the pistol, but... Because we were in the reactor, but I couldn't find anything to do in there. That was the main problem. I think the enemy respawns are pretty much done. Seems to be a pseudo limit, or maybe it's the nodes. Once the nodes are gone, they stop respawning. Oh, might as well take a free heal. Well, I'm very glad I did not take the hard difficulty that only gives you 10 hours to solve this. That would have not been enjoyable. We're just giving everything a little peek again. Okay, reload. We'll go down to the bottom more quickly this time. Oh, it did that weird thing. It's like every time I reload it, like, throws a fit about it. Why does this door look like it should open? Was this thing we went into? Didn't end up doing anything. Maybe I have to turn some of these off again?
Radiation shields deactivated.
I'm pretty sure that's just the shields that go around, but maybe it deactivates the craziness of this area. The answer is no. Okay. So the radiation shields story element, we took care of that. Story element's handled. Let me make sure that's still on. Okay, they're activated. That's good. Okay. We've been in this room over here, and there was nothing about it. Why is everyone grounded exactly? Oh. Another one of those. Okay, I wonder if there's one of those on every floor. I just realized this had Shodan painted all over it. I think what I may have to do is listen through some of the things I got on the research, or yeah, the radiation level, or reactor, not radiation level, and see if they mention anything about Abe here, because seems like the only thing I have going on right now, and I don't have an answer for that. I do not have an answer. I don't remember where the switch was. Oh, I remember this. This is how you get into the room at first. Okay. Well, before we continue, I need to use the restroom. I will be right back, and then I guess we're going to keep trying to figure out whatever's going on here. Yeah, this is really locking me up right now. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's find that switch. There was one switch that I'm thinking has an effect on this, but I pulled the switch, but I do not remember. Something else I want to check. Sure. Thank you, Destron, for welcoming me back. There's that switch. There's also this. I want to go through this again because, like, did I miss something? Okay. Thanks, Death, for welcoming me back. I don't know why it always does that and throws you back into the wall. We're a little beat up. We're a little beat up right now. We're gonna have to grab some... Oh, God. Barrier. Oh, I think he blocked it. That barrier was blocked. Wait. There's two different ways to go. It's just health. Just looking around. How did that miss? Whoa! I don't know why I just assumed that would kill him, but I did. Oh, I remember this killed me the one time, and it was right at the end. Kill the medical bay AI so everyone dies. Well, the only person that can come back with the medical AI is me. So I don't think we want to get rid of that. So there was nothing in there. Boy, am I really stumped then. Gotta remember where that thing was. Kill the AI so I can't cheat death anymore. I mean, I've actually not used it. Usually, take it as a sign that I'm a little far behind. Not that I think it's that expensive, but I haven't actually used it. Where, oh, where is that button? Give me a coffee. Here's the recycler. Not much to gain from it. I seriously do not remember where that switch is. That's the shield, which is not the switch I'm looking for. It wasn't in there. There, just mark it off. Woo! Little dangerous, but that's okay.
Radiation treatment complete.
Okay. It was worth it. It was bothering me. I didn't see it on the map. So I should be able to solve this area, I think. Let me do this. I think it's time we check this. Reactor 10. Zero-G equipment in the northeast lab. So he's saying you hit it and then you go for the life pods, but I remember him saying wasn't there something where they complained about needing somebody's... That's... Okay, destroying Shodan. The engineering group has started Plan B. We made it down to the reactor level. All we have to do is get into the reactor core and set the reactor to self-destruct. The self-destruct signal from Earth will start the countdown as soon as the switch is thrown. Once we're done, we're heading up to the flight deck and escaping this ticking time bomb. Cool. Not really everything I needed, though. Maybe... No, I was in there. Where was that switch? There was 100% a switch. It was just like, boom, and then it was something about things being connected, but I left the area because I was like, well, I'm not getting anywhere with this, so it can't be here. Safety override. That sounds about right. Oh, dear. It should be in here. Safety override. Yeah, all that did was put me down in there, I think, right? No. Looks like there's areas I haven't even explored. I've been all through that. What? How could it... I'm going back to the safety override. Something's weird. I think there was some radiation that was really bad when we went through. Yeah. So why isn't that marked? That was definitely up there. Wait, it's saying there's a code? There's no code here. Huh? Is it underneath? What code? There's no beep boop box here. It must be inside of it once you get through. Okay. Maybe it's up here.
Safety interlocks enabled.
Safety interlocks. What? I don't know what that means. I have no idea where they're aiming at. Authorization. Where get authorization? Safety interlocks. Not any safety to be found, I'm finding. There's no safety. What safety interlocks? I found the code for it. Which I think this was the 343 one. Or is the 276? Let me check my media again where that was at. Okay, here. Maintenance will require deactivation of the shield safety interlocks to allow access to the tachyon return ports on the outside of the laser. The maintenance crew has a safety override code. But in case of an emergency, a backup is stored in the research level science library. The code needs to be entered into the safety override control panel Failure to re-enable the safety override before resuming regular mining operations could result in catastrophic structural damage to the laser. Okay. So... Deactivation will allow access to the tachyon return ports on the outside of the laser.
Safety interlocks disabled.
So there's a laser somewhere. Oh. Okay. What does it want me to play in here? It says it's super important. Why is it saying...
Still using a jerry-rig system to run the bridge in Flight Bay 4. Now there's something else. I think Shodan did something. But without access to additional CPU nodes, I can't prove it. The single node we have on this level won't cut it. Maybe I'm just tired, not thinking straight. There's no way that AI downed that shuttle.
So, it's saying I now have access to the laser ports? So, what laser ports? I don't even know why I'd be in the laser ports.
Safety interlocks enabled.
Well, at least for them to let me turn it on and off. Like, what? Why would I need that? I'm super stumped on what...
Safety interlocks disabled.
I want them enabled or disabled? They let me...
Safety interlocks disabled.
Yeah, boy, there is not a good place to go to right now. Like, I have no purpose on any floor. I could just fire the laser and blow the whole damn thing up, but that would kill me, and that's not a good idea. Flight deck's missing a percentage of a security, but I can't even find it, even though I've scoured the map. Like, I've looked in all the spots. There's no camera marks. So I don't know where that could be either. It's not there. I did that. Went through here. It was nothing. They showed this little spot here, but that was just something weird. The end. Yeah, very, very strange. I think I even went in here. There was nothing. Yeah, that's super strange that I could be through this and I'm still missing 4%. Like, there's got to be a camera in, like, a stupid spot that no one would install a camera. Because why would you install a camera there? And that's exactly why I haven't found it. As far as storage, I think that's all done. I went through all of this, and there's nothing left. We did find everything here, which is fine. Maintenance, there's a ton of stuff. But I have no idea how to progress forward. I think maybe executive could work, but I can't get to executive because I need to take care of the reactor. But I can't do that because I don't know. There was also a code I never figured out. Where was that one at? Was it in storage? No. It was in maintenance. Yeah. There's a code in maintenance, but there's nothing that has hinted at that code under maintenance. Which is weird. Nothing. Same with a thing on the medical bay. There's this door here, and I never found the code to that. It looks like maybe there's something here I didn't search. How with it? I'm stumped, so I might as well go look at something else until maybe something hits me. I'm not going to waste time here if I'm not making any progress. Grab some energy. Let's go back to the first floor. Maybe we'll get into that gun floor that we don't need to be in, by the way. Oh, God. I know they said they built it, that it was supposed to cause stress, but I feel like it just caused more anger than stress. Like, who built this place like an asshole? So we need to go down this way. Close it. Maintenance from here? Did I get to maintenance from another one? Yeah, maintenance is what it is. Okay, go back to research. And from research, we can go back to medical. Okay, what's the quickest way over? So here... I remember fighting through this area, shutting off the controls. Whoop, that's the lounge. We don't care about that. We're heading back to the first place we went to. We really don't need to come back here, but I'm just doing it because I'm still stumped. Because I also saw this right here. Nothing else, that might be where the secret is that we need to find. What? Okay. Huh? Oh, there's something up there. Okay, fine. Cool. Vaporize, vaporize, vaporize that, vaporize this, and that. Might as well. We're kind of at a point where we just vaporize on site. It's not worth trying to, you know, carry it around. Going up. Oh. Power has been rerouted. Have I been here? What do you mean it's been rerouted? I had never solved that one. Oh, you're gonna see me in a second. Which one of you guys has my door code? The only other thing I think it could be... Um, 451 was the obvious one. Yeah, I looked through that a bunch of times and it was nothing. Literally no information. Okay. Ugh. What I was thinking it might be was... there's this right here, but do they have... I thought maybe they would write it down somewhere. But not like not physically. Well, I guess yes, they would write it, but kind of like a in blood thing. Like, oh no, I'm dying. I'll write it the code down. Still flushing? Weird.
A hungry worker is less than tri-optimal.
I forget where the nodes were. Oh, it was right here, so I would have to go here. 'Cause maybe it's one of those things like the other one where when you break all the nodes, it gives you a code. There's not a way through there, so we'll go here. Well, actually, the codes we found were after we did... It wasn't the nodes, it was after we blew up something. That is also not true. Not blew something up, it's, when we did the cyberspace. And then we blew something up in cyberspace. Random pistol that I had already pickled through the ammo. Yeah, there's nothing in there. I already searched it. Okay, so we took care of this cyberspace, but nothing on the cameras. I just can't believe we didn't solve it. It feels like that should be an easy one to solve, but... I remember clearing through here, too. Do you have anything written down on a wall? Or... there. I have my thing, like, activated, so it should mark if, Guy scared me a little bit. I was like, oh, that's an enemy. So, nothing in here either. This. I thought maybe it was the numbers on that, but that was something you could actually... Maybe if we turn the lights on? What's this? It's just a can. Yeah, I don't know what I could have missed. That was like a, there's no items on the ground. None. I've run through with my finder. There's no hints that they plopped out. Huh. Saying like you could go through there, but you cannot. Oh yeah, I forgot that's how you bring out the little queen bot. Which is weird that that's even in there because there's nothing in here, but they added it. I guess there's another thing I could look for instead of dealing with that code that'll probably get me nothing. Maybe there's something high up that I can... Went through this one. Yeah, I don't see a reason to fight through that. I know I got everything out of there. Man, we cleared one area so far. That's it. We cleared the rest of that one area, and now we've gone nowhere. Like, we ended up there, and there was nothing to find. Was there, like, an area that was, like... Probably somewhere in here, if there was one of those weird skull things you could find. Alright, well, we tried. Maybe I'll come back here again another time, but yeah. I'll probably just look that one up because that's one of those you either find it on the way, the intended way, or you missed it. Like, there's no way. They had to have put it in a weird spot that was more of a hope you saw it because there is nothing to guide you back there. It's not showing up with my goody vision, which is usually not a good way to handle it in my opinion, but this isn't really a game where you have to find everything. Of course, this also leads to the problem of I can't even solve I can't even solve the issue of getting the proper quest done. I was only back there out of desperation to hopefully hit some inspiration. I did not. So maintenance, I can't get anywhere. Okay, here's another question. Why do I have this? Why do I have a decapitated head? There was no build-up to why you would pick this up, but I was allowed to pick it up. Like, okay. Just like, this is the guy. Okay. Guess I'll just take his decapitated head with me. Because it's cool? I don't think there's anything cool having a rotting head in your backpack. Probably not the way you want to handle things. Oh, so that's the way down into the... It's a great icebreaker? You know, I don't think so. I feel like that might just hinder the conversation more so than help it. Maybe I just need to go back up to maintenance and handle something. Don't knock it till you try it. Nah, I will not try it, and I will still knock it, because there's no way I'm putting decapitated head in my backpack. So... I marked these that we've solved. I'm super lost. The code to that would help me, but I genuinely do not have a code. They gave me no code. Go through here. This is the way to the reactor, but Yeah, you know, I don't think grave robbing's the answer. Because there's something to be had with these live feeds. Besides whatever that is. No, I can't imagine that did anything. Okay, I tried. I thought maybe the gun being there meant pick it up and shoot that with electricity, and that would be an answer, but that is not an answer. It's just a waste of an energy. Huh. Solved that one. I remember solving those two red ones before, and I don't even know what they did. You could solve them, but I don't know what they did at all. Like, why do I have these? What? Why? They're just there. Interface demodulators. Like, I figured you would find a place to put them, but there's nowhere to put them. It's very awkward. Why is there no lights to this place? Solve for X. Well, I would take at least a math puzzle besides, you know, just... Did you look at this exact thing with no way to guide you there? That's not okay. That's not enough of a hint.
No maintenance necessary.
How's that for maintenance?
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Like, I found these. I thought for sure it'd be something simple. And yet... No. Nothing. There's not even a slot that would make sense for it. There was the relay, but I don't have the code for it.
Relay functioning correctly.
Uh-huh. Is there... Nothing? Huh. I'm guessing the original was this... Interesting, we'll say.
Relay functioning correctly.
Okay, so that code doesn't matter if I know it or not. So, the doors aren't open for the reactor. The doors aren't open. Maintenance has nothing. Well, it has something, but I can't get the door because it doesn't say... It says there's no need for maintenance. despite need for maintenance. Door's non-functional. Yeah, they expected you to find that exact thing they wanted you to do, and if you did not, they don't care. Guess I go back to storage and... Like, they made note of that Abe Giram's head. Like, the guy was important. He said, hey, he's setting up the plan. Okay. Well, I have his head. How does that help me? And there's nothing it helps me with right now. There was nothing that even seemed like it required that access. I don't recall having any issues with anything here. But that also had the same effect of, I have no reason to be here. Nothing guides me back here. The flight deck has technically something I can do. Like, that's the thing that's weird with the reactor. I have nothing. There's nothing there that I didn't get. Like, the level security's gone. The active node's gone. There's no enemies. What did I miss? It almost feels like I should have the key having gone and got this guy's disembodied head. But I'm getting nothing for it. And none of the notes are seeming to do it. Huh. Like, what? Required for proper subsystem relay operation. Okay. If I look at the map, not that map, status, there's engineering, and maybe that's where it needs to go. See, the reactor, I need to destabilize it, but I don't know if I'll have a lot of time once I do that. There's bridge, security, engineering, and executive. But I can't get to executive because reactor's online. But there's nowhere else I can go. So in order to get to engineering, security, and bridge, I have to get to executive. To get to executive, I need the reactor. But the reactor I can't open. There's stuff in maintenance I can't do, but I can't get anywhere in maintenance because it's saying everything's okay. This says I could get through this door if it was 45% or lower, but there's nothing else for me to actually break. Which is weird. What are we actually at here anyway? 59%? So they want you to bust through. It feels like this is an area I need to figure out, but there's nothing to guide me to break anything. Do they want me to just shoot things? Break things? I can't do anything with the relay. Like, I could shoot these, but I don't know that that does anything. Okay. Just want me to shoot those around the building and then hurt myself, apparently? Did we see those in anywhere that was substantial?
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Whatever. I'm gonna just start shooting things. That was a very quiet kaboom.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Okay, so we've resorted to the old classic of just shoot everything. Probably will work. And I think after that, we might as well just look up a guide. Because I don't think there's any value in trying to figure out whatever it is I missed. There was no, like, notable, like, hey, by the way. Huh. I can't believe this is stumping me this much. It shouldn't be this difficult. But the funny thing is this isn't a puzzle. This doesn't fall under puzzle. This is just default game. Oh my god. What is this door? Ow. Okay, well, hey, there was a door. A very unlit door. Forgot how tanky these things were. Okay. Please tell me there's something in here. The fact that this quiet door of no lights was the way to go. Please tell me there's somewhere to go. Oh, God.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Oh. Went about as far as you would expect it to go. It's just a room. Okay, well, did blowing up that... Did blowing up that one camera do anything? No, we're still not under 45. So it's not that door. We're still stuck. Despite this room. At least have a note or something.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Okay. I'm still very lost. Just check a bunch of doors again. Yeah, the weird thing is this was marked off weird. So, like, the fact that on the map, this was, I guess your hint would be it was like that. But you think your character would have jotted down that that was an open hallway. It's very strange that he didn't. There was nothing there. Okay. Well, hey, we found some more stuff. Didn't do a shitting thing, but we found it. It says we're not authorized to touch that button. How do we get authorized? It doesn't specify that either. There's demodulators. Can I demodulate a door?
Door locked. No maintenance necessary. Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
It's like nothing to put these in. I'd hate to carry them around and have no room. It says a subsystem relay operation. The relay thing is up here, but I don't think you can mess with anything.
Relay functioning correctly.
Feels like I need... Most of your streams muted. Yeah, actually, I got hit with one with my Battle Realms. I uploaded it. And I went, there's copyrighted music in that. I went, oh yeah? And it said, right here it is. It was the song that's in the game. Like, okay, what do you want me to do with that? Like, yeah. Which, of course, it didn't throw. It was just like, hey, you know that's copyrighted, right? I mean, it's in the game, so yeah, I don't know what you want me to do. Turn off all the music. Hey, we got some chips! There we go. That's worth it. That was worth all the time. Am I really gonna need a guide to play this game? Like... Can I boop these buttons? Nope. No room for a VR headset. Is it junk? It just says VR headset. It's just something you can scrap or sell. That's about it.
Door locked. No maintenance necessary.
Yeah, it doesn't mark anything you have done. I don't recall ever having this issue with System Shock 2. I played it. There was never a moment where...
Power diverted to level R. Power diverted to level R.
So there's nothing I can do in that level at all. If there is, it's entirely too hidden. Okay, we already took care of that. Power's been rerouted to where? I have no fucking clue. Didn't make that apparent. Uh-huh. That'll just fall off on its own. We'll just heal ourselves. Kitty Man, it's on the screen. I don't... That green stuff bouncing on the screen freaked out Kitty Man. So we took care of that. I think we put that code in. Yeah, that was the safety, which we did, which lets us turn the safety on and off, but like, and like it says like that's necessary for going forward, but I'm genuinely stuck. I have no idea where I'm supposed to be going. I even went into... Yeah, I have these plastiques for some reason. I forget what the fuck they were saying about those. It's the mystery crate. Okay. Yeah, that got me in there, but I don't remember. Well, they made note of them, but they didn't note what they get stuck to, which is not helpful. Again. I mean, if I could use the plastiques on something, like I got a bunch of them. Can I just throw them on the floor and then they blow up or what? Like, what? Why can I throw these around? Such as satellite communication equipment. So the relay. Again. Where's the relay? I don't even know where they would say that is. Man, there's like nothing to guide you either.
Saturn is so beautiful from here. I wish I'd spent more time just looking at it. Caitlin, my daughter, if this ever finds you, it seems that you were right after all. I should have never accepted this assignment. Don't lose hope in your own research. I'm sure that one day we will be traveling to the stars.
Radiation shields deactivated.
If you turn those off, it has no effect on this. I guess I'll just turn those off.
Radiation shields activated. Radiation shields deactivated.
Turn those off. We'll head around. Walking for that. Fine. Then I guess we'll walk around, deactivate the other one. I have no clue. Oh, poop. Having a party, buddy? Oops.
Safety interlocks enabled.
Okay.
Safety interlocks disabled. Safety interlocks enabled.
Wait, what did it say there?
Safety interlocks disabled. Safety interlocks enabled.
Laser safety interlocks. I can't get into this. At this point, I'm just trying to break the game. No? Okay.
Fields activated.
I still don't even know what that did. Radiation. Laser safety interlocks. Them being disabled should mean when we fire the laser, it'll break. Cool. We need to get into the reactor to disable it, but power's being diverted to it, but I don't know how you undivert the power at all. There is nothing to press in here that has anything to do with the power. We even rerouted the power with these two things here. I guess I'll go back to that one. Maybe I can reroute it again. It almost seems like what they were supposed to be, but... Nope, that one's rerouted. Uh-huh. I like how we found 2 of their, like, super secrets. Like the little company skulls that they hid around. Before we solved this, their, like, main story, you're supposed to solve this thing. That's so weird. I don't know, do you guys have any ideas? None? Oh, man. It feels like they almost expected you to have... as well. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not getting anywhere. I'm not going to keep wasting my time. I'll have to see if maybe I come back to this tomorrow. Well, not tomorrow. Come back to this later and see if we can figure it out, but I'm completely lost. I have no clue what they want me to do. Like, there is nothing to... Like, everywhere that makes logical sense is hard blocked. Yeah. Either way, I'm gonna get out of here for the night. So, thanks everybody for hanging out and watching. Good night, good afternoon, good morning, whichever the case is for you. I'm out of here. Stay majestic.